We're talking about the top 10 best figures from the X-Men the Animated Series, the Dark Phoenix Saga Heroclix set coming right up.
Mr. Clicks Flicks is brought to you by Lucky Dice Cafe out of Huntsville, Alabama, home of the ROC. No matter if you're in the United States or around the world, Lucky Dice Cafe has the winning roll for all your gaming needs. You can visit them at luckydicecafe.com or on their Facebook page using the link found in the description of this video. Mr. Clicks Flicks is also brought to you by trollandtoad.com, one of the largest online gaming retailers. Use the promo code Mr. Clicks Flicks for 5% off your Heroclix order today.
Alright, it's only appropriate that we start off this top 10 list with number 001 in the set, Wolverine. He is a common. He has Alpha Flight, Weapon X, X-Men, and martial arts keywords. He has one trait called the Nose Bub. It states, opposing characters within 3 squares can't use stealth or shape change. Those are really important powers for teams when they do have them. So taking them away just by virtue of being within a 3 square proximity is really nice. It doesn't say anything about line of fire or anything like that. So they can be on the other side of some blocking terrain or barrier and he'll still take it away. Looking at him, he's only 50 points, has the X-Men team ability, has a 9 movement with charge, a 12 attack with Blaze Claw's Fangs, 18 defense with toughness and indomitability, and a 2 damage. Now when you look at this figure, you're like, oh yeah, that's pretty good, Mr. Clicks, but why is this on this list of top 10 figures? And it is because this guy is a phenomenal call-in. I would venture to say that this guy could, in theory, replace the X-Men Xavier School Wolverine on the correct team if you needed him, and will definitely be used by a lot of people just as a way to, for 5 points via an ID card, call him in within 3 squares of an opposing character that's really beating on you, that has stealth or shape change or both. You call him in, he takes that away, you get the bonus of the attack with him with a really high 12 attack, and then you also have the chance at cleaning up with whoever you wanted to do the main attacking with. So this guy is just phenomenal in my book, and he definitely had to be on this top 10 list. Onslaught is number G006 in the set. He has the armor and monster keywords. He has improved targeting, ignores, hindering, and characters. He has 2 traits, a special on his attack and a special on his damage. His first trait is called Behind the Scenes. Onslaught can't be targeted by opposing characters 5 or more squares away. That's huge. I can't tell you how many times I've been playing against and with this guy where that came up. That is really important to how this guy works. His other trait is called Psychic Juggernaut. Onslaught has protected, mind control, outwit, and penetrating psychic blast. Once per turn, Onslaught can use incapacitate as free, or mind control as free, or telekinesis as free. That is the other part of this figure that is integral to him winning. That is just, you're able to do things that you wouldn't normally be able to do with this guy. Those free, basically attacks are paramount to winning with him. He has that special on his attack called Kill You, Kane Marco. What a splendid idea. Onslaught can knock back characters that can use charge or combat reflexes. When Onslaught hits with a close attack, a hit character unequips all equipment and drops any held objects, and after resolutions, Onslaught knocks back a hit character 9 squares. So that's really cool there. That's a good way to unequip characters basically for free. That's just, it's good. You're not really doing too many close attacks with this guy, but when you are, you're really hurting him. Then the special on his damage is called Reshaping Reality. Probability Control Shape Change. When Onslaught uses Probability Control to reroll an opposing character's attack roll, and the final result is a miss, after resolutions you may place that opposing character up to 3 squares away from their current square. Board manipulation is always something that's good. There's never a time where I've seen that that's something that was bad. He has 2 team abilities. First one is Brotherhood of Mutants, and the other one is X-Men. He has 3 different point lines, 900 points, 500 points, and 125 points. We're just going to talk about him with the 125 point line for right now. So he has a 9 range triple target, has an 8 movement with phasing teleport, 11 attack with that special, 18 defense with invulnerability, and indomitability, 4 damage with that special. You guys know this guy and love this guy from the Pauper circuit. He was pretty dominant this year. I saw a lot of states were won with him in Pauper, and the people that didn't win with him still placed really high, so he's really good. You're able to phasing out with that 8 squares, make your free attack, and then your next turn you can free attack and then phasing away. You have prob, you have shape change. He is a little squishy at 125 points if you get him off that, but good luck. If you're good at board positioning and stuff like that, that's never going to be an issue for you. And just with how dominant this guy was in Pauper, there was no way that I could make this list and not have him on it. Magneto is number 11B in the set. He has the Brotherhood of Mutants and Robot keywords. He has 3 traits. The first one is called Danger Room Construct. When Magneto makes an attack, after resolutions, give him an error token for each one in the attack roll, maximum 3. If Magneto has 2 or less error tokens, characters take a maximum of 1 damage from Magneto's attack. Magneto takes a maximum of 1 damage from opponent's attack, and he can't be healed or chosen for Mastermind Protected Pulse Wave. So he's only dealt 1 damage unless he's got those error tokens on him, but he's only taken 1 damage, which is really cool. His other trait is called Lessons from the Danger Room Magneto. If Magneto is KO'd by an opposing character, for the rest of the game, that character could use Energy Shield Deflection. So pretty cool there. That's kind of like the title abilities, where if you knock them out, something good happens for your team. So that's kind of neat. And then the other trait is called Simulated Master of Magnetism, Force Blast. When Magneto knocks back an opposing character, you may choose the direction of the knockback. So really cool there. Traded Force Blast is awesome. Being able to choose the direction of knockback is really cool. There's a bunch of sly things you're going to be able to do with that. He's 50 points, has the Brotherhood of Mutants team ability, has an 8 range dual target, which is actually pretty massive in today's game, has an 11 movement with running shot and the flight ability, 12 attack with Psychic Blast, 18 defense with toughness and indomitability, 4 damage with range combat expert. So that is really good for this guy. I definitely see him being highly sought after as at least a call-in, but definitely those stats alone, even if he's only able to deal 1 damage, it's going to be 1 penetrating, or he can jack his attack up all on his own, all the way to a 14 for 50 points and be able to dual target and hit 2 different characters. Well, you can't do that with Ranged Combat Expert, but he'll be able to dual target 2 different characters, deal them each 1 damage. This guy's insane. Super happy we pulled him. He's only going to take 1 click of damage each time he's damaged. So definitely really excited to pull him. This is one of the better figures in the set. Next up, we have number G025 in the set, Iceman. He has the Champions, Defenders, X-Factor, X-Men, and Armor keywords. He has a trait, a special on his defense, and a special on his damage. His trait is Chill, it's just a giant ice sword. Blaze Claw's Fangs. When Iceman KOs a giant size or colossal size character, after resolutions he can use charge at no cost, but may only attack a character with the giant or colossal damage symbol. He may repeat this. So this is for, your giant girl teams, your Windigo teams, anybody that's spamming a particular colossal figure to try to get map roll or something like that. This takes care of that in spades. This guy is just phenomenal for, if nothing else, but that trait. Special on his defense is Colossal Indifference Ice Robot. If Iceman started the game on the 15-point line, he can't attack smaller characters except via Colossal Retaliation. So, you can't have your cake and eat it too. And then the special on his damage is Colossal Retaliation Glacier Fists. Free, if no friendly character has been placed this turn, choose an opposing character that attacked Iceman or damaged a friendly character since your last turn. Place Iceman such that he can make a close attack targeting the chosen character, then do so. After resolutions, he can immediately use Incapacitate at no cost, but may target smaller characters. So that's really cool there. There's really 2 schools of thought on this character, is either running him at his 100 point or 15 point line, so we'll talk about those both. He has 4 different point lines though, 300 points, 200 points, 100 points, and 15 points. He has the X-Men team ability, and at 100 points he has an 11 movement with charge, 12 attack, 18 defense with impervious and indomitability, 3 damage without wit, and colossal damage symbol. And then at 15 points he has a 5 movement with charge, 11 attack, 17 defense with that special, and 3 damage with that special. So if you want to use him as a Colossal Retaliator, obviously that 15-point line is where it's at. And then you also have the 100 point line, which a lot of people are using as a call in for him so that you can take out a bunch of other figures that have the colossal damage symbol. So if you play against a giant girl team or something like that, you should also be able to do it with the 15 point line if you call him in, but you'll probably want to do it at the 100 point so that you get that outwit and also the extra one to get up to that 12 for the attack value. This guy's just phenomenal. I love the sculpt. It's not coming across as well as I'd like it to in the camera, but these guys look phenomenal in hand. Definitely would try to get one. This one's not as expensive as some of the other figures on this top 10 video. So if you're able to, go ahead and grab one. I promise you that you won't regret it. Mystique is number 38 in the set. She has the Brotherhood of Mutants, Freedom Force, Assassin, and Spy keywords. She has 2 traits. The first one is Shape Change, free. Give a standard opposing character a shapeshift token, removing it from anywhere else. When Mystique uses Shape Change, if there is a character with her Shapeshift token and the attacker doesn't have line of fire to them, she succeeds on a result of a 2 through 6. A character always has line of fire to themselves, so she's able to basically have a 5 out of 6 chance at succeeding on her Shape Change, which is fantastic. Then her other trait is My Mutants Brothers and Sisters. So basically, if she removes an action token other than clearing, then she will heal a click. So if another character has leadership or something like that, she'll be good to go. She's 60 points, has the Brotherhood of Mutants team ability, has a 6 range, single target, 8 movement with stealth, 11 attack with precision strike, 17 defense, combat reflexes, and 2 damage with leadership. This is actually a deceptively good figure, and she's good as far as a tie-up figure. She's good for calling in figures. I could see people definitely trying to run 2 of her, so I'm super happy I got at least 1 of her. I might try to hunt down another one, but I think I'm just going to be happy with 1. She's got a decent keyword in Brotherhood of Mutants out of this set, so super happy we pulled her, and I actually really like the sculpt on this. It's hard to do sculpts of shape-shifting characters, but the fact that they just kind of did like a base form, they executed it really well. Next up is number G014 Proteus. He has the Deity, Monster, and Ruler keywords. He has 2 traits, a special on his movement and a special on his defense. His first trait is called the Garden of Proteus. Whenever a character within range is given a costed action, after resolutions you may generate a blocking, hindering, obscuring, or water terrain marker within 3 squares of that character, but not in their square. At the beginning of your turn, remove all terrain markers generated by Proteus. So this has since been errated. I believe it's once for all characters with this trait now, because this guy is that good to where people were fielding a bunch of them. We'll get into that here in a minute. His other trait is you're not hurting him, you're feeding him. When Proteus is missed by a ranged attack, after resolutions heal him 1 click. Proteus can heal past his starting lines in this way, but can't be healed any other way. So healing past your starting line is always a fantastic thing. It just makes it that much more difficult to take a figure down. His special on his movement is Colossal Retaliation. Well, I tried. Free. If no friendly character has been placed this turn, choose an opposing character that attacked Proteus or damaged a friendly character since your last turn. Place Proteus such that he can make a close attack targeting that chosen character, then do so targeting all opposing characters within 3 squares in line of fire. Hit characters gain a mobile until your next turn. That's good. A mobile is good, and the attack's good too. And then special on his defense is snap back into focus, stop, super senses. So this guy's got 4 different point lines. 250 points, 150 points, 70 points, and 10 points. This guy made a lot of noise at 10 points, so that's what we'll take a look at. He has a 5 range, single target, power cosmic team ability, so you're not able to outwit anything. 3 movement with that special, 10 attack, 17 defense with the special, 0 damage. So he's not really there to do too much other than generate markers for you. So he can, even in his current errated state, he can alter a map and make it so that you can really funnel your opponent in ways that they're not going to be comfortable with. Monster keyword means he's going to be showing up on a lot of competitive teams, I think, even still. This guy's just good. There's no getting around it. The ability to heal if an opposing character misses is just great, too. This guy definitely had to be on this list. 10 out of 10 would recommend trying to get this one. Boulevard Trask is number 007 in this set. He has the Sentinel and Scientist keywords. He has a trait and a special on his damage. His trait is called Stoking Mutant Hysteria Fearmongering. Leadership. When Boulevard Trask uses it and succeeds, instead of the normal effect, you may generate a Friends of Humanity. If he is adjacent to 3 or more Friends of Humanity, generate a Sentinel. When generating, either roll for their trait to determine their starting click. This guy, for all the more points he is a phenomenal battery for just creating more figures and creating a swarm team out of almost nothing. Scientist is a really strong keyword. Sentinel, as of this set, is a super powerful keyword, and he just has traded leadership, so you're always getting that extra action, and you're always able to potentially bring in figures, or if you feel like you need to pull action tokens, he's able to do that. And then the special on his damage is creator to the Sentinel Initiative. Support as free, but only to target characters with the Sentinel or Robot keyword. So when somebody does attack and damage one of the Sentinels he brings in, he's able to heal them up as a free action. Now, looking at his stats, it's pretty obvious that he's going to have a hard time doing that with his 9 attack, but you know, free is free, and that's great. So he's 35 points, has a 4 range single target, 8 movement with sidestep, 9 attack, 17 defense with willpower, 2 damage with that special. He's only 4 clicks long, but what he does phenomenal. I think this is one of the best Sentinel figures. You know, he's not your main attacker, but he is. If you're running Sentinels, he will be on your team. And I feel like him being that integral to how Sentinel teams work, he definitely had to be on this list. Just a phenomenal figure. Really happy to have him from this set.
Colossus is number G017B in the set. He has the X-Men, Brute, and Mystical keywords. He has 1 trait and a special on his damage. He also has improved movement, ignores and destroys blocking terrain. His trait is called Flying Debris. When Colossus uses charge, after resolution, deal 1 penetrating damage to each opposing character that's adjacent to 1 or more debris marker he created this action. So pretty cool there. Able to hand out penetrating damage regardless of hitting is pretty neat. Then the special on his damage is called Colossal Retaliation. Now you face Wrath. Free. If no friendly character has been placed this turn, choose an opposing character that attacked Colossus or damaged a friendly character since your last turn. If that character is within the same row or column as Colossus, place Colossus adjacent to that character and make a close combat attack targeting all chosen characters in the row or column between where Colossus began this action and his current square, regardless of adjacency. Hit characters are each dealt 2 penetrating damage instead of normal damage. Really cool there. He's got a few different starting lines. 200 points, 150 points, 100 points, and 25 points. He has the X-Men team ability. At 200 points, he starts off with an 8 movement with charge, 12 attack with super strength, 19 defense with invincibility and indomitability, 4 damage with that special and the giant size symbol. Then at 150 points, he starts off with an 8 movement with charge, 11 attack, super strength, 18 defense, invincible, and indomitability, 4 damage with that special. At 100 points, he has an 8 movement with charge, 10 attack with quake, 18 defense with impervious and invulnerability, 3 damage with that special. And then at 25 points, he has a 7 movement with charge, 11 attack with quake, 18 defense with impervious and invulnerability, and 3 damage with that special. I really like him in his 200 point line and his 25 point line. I think both are really good. I think this guy's going to be a good call-in figure utilizing the Colossus ID card. Definitely really excited that we were able to pull him.
Next up is number G018 Windigo. He has the Animal, Monster, and Mystical keywords. He has 2 traits, a special on his movement and a special on his defense. His first trait is called Smell of Flesh, sidestep, but only if a character has a wounded token. When an opposing character takes damage from an attack, give that character a wounded token if they don't have one. When a character heals, remove their wounded token. So that's pretty cool there. It gives them sidestep if there's a character that has the wounded token, and then it explains how to give them and take them off. So then the other trait he has is Ancient Mystical Curse, Colossal Stamina, Steel Energy. When Windigo uses Steel Energy, he may heal past his starting line. So here we are once again with a character that can heal past their starting line, and that's just the tip of the ridiculous iceberg on this guy. He can use Colossal Stamina. The reason why he wouldn't normally be able to is because he's only giant sized, but that's just phenomenal. The Steel Energy is great. That's a whole lot of win in one little trait. The special on his movement is In the Mountains, No One Hears You Scream. Charge, Flurry. When Windigo ends his movement, after resolutions, he may make a close attack, but only to target a character with a wounded token. So here we are again, referring to the wounded tokens, which we know how those go on and come off now. And he can use Charge, Flurry. So you can charge in, Flurry, then make your free attack when you ended your movement. So you're just able to get off so many attacks with this guy, it's silly. So that'd be potentially 3 attacks in one turn, and then you'd also be able to heal up from the Steel Energy. And we didn't even get to the special on his defense yet, which is You Cannot Escape the Windigo. Stop Invulnerability. If no opposing character has a wounded token, do not stop turning the dial due to stop. So there we are there. They had to give him some kind of a drawback, but still, it's not very much of one, and you're going to get those wounded tokens out there. He has 4 different point lines, 300 points, 200 points, 100 points, and 15 points. The only thing people are really playing him out is 15 points, so that's what we'll take a look at. He has a 0 range, no bolts, 8 movement with that special, 11 attack, 17 defense with that special, and Indomitability, 3 damage with exploit weakness. What can I say about this guy that hasn't already been said? He is an offensive machine, an offensive powerhouse. Monster and Mystical are just so strong at keywords. You're definitely going to be able to get this guy. I've seen people have like 12 or 14 of this guy. As much as I enjoy things, like, you could definitely do that and be legit about it. I think really you probably need 3 or 4 of them, but still, this guy's phenomenal. There's a reason why he's so expensive. Definitely try to get one of these if you haven't already. Just a phenomenal figure. Definitely couldn't have done a top 10 list and left this guy off. Up next is number G020, Dark Phoenix. She has the Hellfire Club, Phoenix Force, X-Men, and Cosmic keywords. She has a trait, a special on her attack and defense. The trait that she has is Feeding on Life Forces. When Dark Phoenix KOs an opposing character or an opposing character takes 4 or more damage from her attack, after resolutions, heal her 1 click. She may heal past her starting lines this way, but can't be healed in any other way. So here we are again with another colossal figure that's able to heal past their starting line, and this one is nuts. It's just always crazy when they let that happen, and this one is no exception. She is just really phenomenal. The special on her attack is Colossal Retaliation, Child of Light and Darkness. Free, if no friendly character has been placed this turn, choose an opposing character that attacked Dark Phoenix or damaged a friendly character since your last turn. Place Dark Phoenix such that she can make a close attack targeting the chosen character, then do so, also targeting all other characters, friendly or opposing, within 3 squares. Hit characters are given an action token and each dealt 2 penetrating damage instead of normal damage. So that's a pretty good Colossal Retaliation there. You just got to watch out so that your friendlies aren't getting hit. And then the special on her defense is called Specks of Dust to Me. Stop Impervious. So this figure is really phenomenal. Really, the only things you're going to play her at in Constructed is going to be 300 points and 30 points, and even then 99.9% of the time you're playing her at 30 points, but she does have a 900 point, 600 point, 300 point, and 30 point dial. She has the Power Cosmic Team ability, has a 10 range triple target. That is just massive for right now. And then we're just going to go over her 30 point dial, which is a 9 movement with sidestep, 11 attack with that special, 17 defense with that special, 3 damage. So really what you're going to be trying to do with her is use the Colossal Retaliation, knock out a few Pogs, knock out a few Colossal Retaliators. That 11 should be enough, and with her keywords of especially X-Men and Power and Cosmic, you should be able to get her up to a very high attack level, and then just knock out a few figures. And for each one, so let's say you knock out 4 Pogs in one turn, you heal 4 clicks, and then we're just off to Crazy Town. So yeah, that's that figure right there.